It's the Hot Mic with Kat and Dave. A lot of speculation on the Hot Mic hotline, Dave.
All right, guys, we are live. And I figured out how to get my radio on while driving. Second. Okay, never mind. I think it went off. My phone synced into my car, so yeah. So anyways, yeah, we're heading home. Driving home from dropping Riley off at school. It took a little longer than usual. She was supposed to, so we were probably about 30 minutes late. But I don't typically take her in the morning anyways, but also because we had snowfall in Toronto in the morning, early morning. And that really slows things down a lot. And it's also election day, I guess, in our province here or whatever. I don't know much about it, to be honest with you, but there's an election happening at her, like one of the poll stations or whatever is at her school. And that also might have people on the roads as well. So yeah, so it was much busier than usual. Okay, let's figure out how to put this phone without, God damn it. Okay, guys, I might have to pull over here because I can't rig my phone while driving. I'm just going to hold it for a second, and then as soon as I get a second to pull over, I'll pull over because we're on. Setting your phone up in your car is sometimes tricky. Not that you should be doing that anyways, right? So I'm just going to pull over. And of course, you know, you go to pull over and there's like people walking their dogs and they think you're like pulling up beside them or something. So let's just. Okay, we're pulled over, guys. Bear with me. I just gotta make this. There we go. That sounds better. Okay, now we're hooked in. We're ready to rock. Yeah, traffic's pretty wild. It's just wild in that it's slow. It's not like it's just a really slow lot. Now it's not messy at all. The snow stopped. But when I first came out of the house, it was really messy out. You know that messy, slippery, gross stuff? And it makes everyone drive slower and more cautious and stuff like that. So yeah, so it took me about 20 minutes longer than normal to get here. Because I don't live that close to her school, because I don't typically take her to school in the mornings. So yeah, so it's not that convenient for me. And then if you get this crappy weather and busy time and blah, 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 next thing you know, it's taking me over an hour to get here. So anyway, she's at school, safe and sound. I'm driving home. I'm going to bang out a lot of, my goal is to bang out a bunch of YouTube videos today. So if you have any ideas what topics I should talk about, drop it in the chat. Hopefully the chat's working, because I think yesterday somehow I had the comments off. I don't know how. Like once in a while when I go to log into my live, whatever, it'll say this video is made for children or something, right? Meaning that, I don't know, if you make videos for kids, they turn the comments off, which I guess is probably good to do because it's kids videos, right? But something that just does that automatically, and I have to and if I don't notice it myself, because if I'm driving, I don't have time to go through my settings and all this kind of stuff. I'm like just driving, so I didn't know what was up. Okay, sorry, we're just dealing with a little bit of traffic here, so I got to be a little bit mindful what I'm doing here for a second until I get out in the open road and we're cruising. But yeah, I'm Shaun Campbell 2.0, guys. So if you want to subscribe to the channel, go for it. I'm not going to stop you. I talk about everything health and fitness, natural bodybuilding, motivation. I even get into like gossip stuff on YouTube. So I like to be involved in a lot of stuff on YouTube. I'm new to really putting the effort to becoming a YouTuber. I've had a YouTube channel for a long time, and I put videos up and all that kind of stuff, but I've never went all in trying to get a following or whatever you want to call it, a subscription base, and trying to get monetized basically. So now what my goal is here is to get monetized, guys. So I need you guys like liking my videos, watching my videos, all that kind of fun stuff. Let me take a look who's here. James Oliver, how are you? I'm good. I'm good as well. How are you doing? If anyone's new to see me on here, I'm in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I'm just leaving downtown Toronto. I dropped my daughter off at school, and I'm heading out because I live in Vaughan, actually, outside of Toronto. So I'm heading home. Got the rest of the day to myself, looking at banging out a bunch of YouTube videos. And also today is leg day, if you want to talk about work and workout terms. So I got to get a leg workout in at some point today, but I'm flexible. As long as I get it in today, that's all that really matters to me. So yeah, so you have any ideas what, like I want to make a bunch of YouTube videos when I get home. So if anyone has any ideas what kind of videos I should make, drop it in the discussion here. I'm gonna make some videos about natural bodybuilding because right now it's show season for natural bodybuilding competitions, and that's what I do for a living, run natural bodybuilding shows. So I'm gonna start making some content, more content on that, and my online natural bodybuilding shows, which are open to anyone from around the world, which is kind of cool. So I'm opening up that to the world. So check that out. Go to idfa.ca to find more about my bodybuilding stuff. You can find me on all social media. So Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube under at Shaun Campbell 2.0. So my handle is at Shaun Campbell 2.0 on all these social medias. And I use the same profile picture. So just look for my profile picture and Shaun Campbell 2.0. That is my handle. So follow me on those if you're on those social medias. And of course, subscribe to me. And double click on this video so we can get a like on this sucker. And drop something in the comments so we can get some engagement going here. When I hit some red lights, I'll take a peek at the chat that's going on here, and I'll give you my 2 cents and stuff. So stay tuned. So if you made a comment or something, I'm not getting back to you, just hold tight. Because with all this crazy traffic, I'm in downtown Toronto. I can't be taking my eyes off the road. Take my hand, don't be sick. Okay, we're doing all right. We're doing all right. Hopefully the traffic's better getting out of here, because coming into Toronto today was nuts. It's usually always better getting out of the city, so I usually have way better time. Like after I drop her off to school, getting home is usually a lot smoother. I might just change your. There you go. Just give you a little something to look at while we're driving. We're driving down in Toronto. We're driving downtown Toronto, heading out to a highway, right? So just so you can. I don't know if that's interesting. If you guys like that kind of view every once in a while, let me know, because I'll keep that going. If that's fun to watch, then shit. Maybe that's more fun to watch than staring at me, right? The phone's a little bit angled. Let me see if I can. Yeah. So what's that, Jocelyn, about a YouTube swear? What do you mean by that? Because it gives me an option of like, is this intended for children or something, like my videos and stuff like that? And if it does that, all of a sudden, yeah, it's just a different vibe, right? And then also my comments get turned off. But I switched the setting after the fact so that people will see it, but whatever. It is what it is. I'm at another light here, guys. So I'm in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. This is what you're seeing here. This is the weather we have right now. It's about 1.5. Well, what it says for the temperature outside is 1.5 degrees Celsius, which is actually a really warm day. That's why it's messy. You know, and we had a little snowfall, nothing crazy, but when it's kind of warm out and it's early in the morning, it gets really messy, and that's before the sand trucks and all that stuff can get out there and put the sand down and whatever, right? So some of the roads weren't cleared when I first came out, and it was snowing at the time when I first came out. But now it's probably gonna clear up real fast because the weather's warmer, so it's gonna start melting, but it's gonna be messy, right? You know, when you go to walk to your car, it's like you're walking in slush. It's kind of gross. So yeah, I'm Shaun Campbell 2.0, guys. Let me switch the angle. It was actually a kind of cool vibe when I was driving and we had the view of the traffic as I was driving, or the view of the streets. I'll put that on again in a little while. So it was kind of cool watching as I was passing buildings and stuff. It looked kind of cool. So I will turn that back on just in case you guys want to watch that, right? But if you have any questions or anything about fitness or anything, just throw them up on the chat and I'll get to, every time I hit a red light or whatever, I take a look at it and I can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. But just get your workouts in, guys. If you're planning on doing a workout today, make sure you do it. And plan ahead for success also, guys. If you're out and about doing things, bring your workout stuff with you, everything you need for the gym, and do it before you go home. That's always a trick of mine. I'm not going to do that today because I literally have a Y right behind me, and I want to get home as soon as possible so I can get on my desktop computer and work on some stuff on my computer, and then bang out I want to get at least one YouTube video, like an edited video where I sit there and record it myself, not a live, right? It's cool to do lives and all, and I like doing them a lot, and it gets me content and stuff, but nothing beats a real video, right? Like sitting down and editing a video, but they do take way more work. So lives are a lot easier, I'll tell you that. But they're typically like this, how I have no real agenda, right? I'm just sort of just talking. All right. Hi, AJ. How are you? Where are you guys from? Drop in the comments or discussion where you guys are from. I'm in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I'm going to give you a different view again. There's a different view. Here's where I'm following. I'm following a bus right now on one of the main streets. We got a little bit of traffic happening here. This is a little quiet area where I'm at right now. Not quiet, I mean slow traffic area. It always takes a while to get through this little spot because it's down to one lane, and then it's one of those ones where the red light where you can't turn right on red lights. Typically in Canada, and everywhere in Canada except for Quebec, you can turn right on red lights, right? Unless it indicates otherwise. And this up here, coming up here, is where it indicates that you cannot turn right on a red light. So it slows things down a little bit, but it's a fast light, which is good. It's green pretty quickly. But I gotta get through all this first. Okay, looks like I get around this bus, but there's cars. Okay. Do you guys like the view of watching the streets I drive, or do you guys like staring at me talking? What's more exciting? Staring at me talking is probably boring, but that's why once in a while I'll switch it back and forth. Coming up here is the red light I got to turn at. It's Keele Street, just if anyone. I'm on Dundas Street West, and I'm coming up to Keele Street. I'm going to turn right, and that'll take me closer to getting onto the highway. Because I have to get on the highway to get to where I live, Vaughan. And then I got to pick up Riley tomorrow after school, and then she's with me for the weekend, right? Again, guys, I'm Shaun Campbell 2.0. Follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook under Shaun Campbell 2.0. And also subscribe to me on YouTube here. And if you're watching this video right now or you come across it, just double tap on the video. That'll give me a like, and it helps out with the algorithm, helps YouTube realize to push my video out there to people. always talk about. All these YouTubers talk about the algorithm. I don't know a lot about the algorithm. I just know common sense is that if people like your videos, people watch your videos, people comment on them and all that stuff, people engage in your videos, that they're obviously going to push them out to people because it shows that people want to see them, right? And they want the videos that people want to see to be seen, if that makes sense, right? So if the YouTube algorithm believes that people want to see my videos, then obviously they're going to push it out to more people on YouTube and be shown in more feeds and stuff like that, right? And more searches and all that kind of stuff. So let's get working on that, guys. We just went under a bridge. Come up to Junction Street because there's an LA Fitness over here, but you guys can't see it. It's on the right-hand side, basically right beside me. So sometimes I know if I'm out and about and maybe I'm going to pick her up, I'll swing in and get a workout in first, then pick her up. Because you got to plan ahead. Like I said, plan ahead for success. Bring your gym clothes, plan ahead. Like if you're out and about doing things, go to the gym while you're out and about, because it's always tough when you're out doing things and you go home and sit down and relax. It's tough to get back up and out and about to go work out and stuff. You know what I mean? Especially if you're having to struggle with going to the gym in the first place. So you don't want to give yourself any excuses or any options out of going to the gym. You know what I mean? So you got to kind of plan for it. Like for example, if you're going to work on a 9-to-5 job, have your workout clothes and all the stuff you need for the gym with you. So when you're done at 5, you can go straight to the gym and get that out of the way. Or even go before the gym. You know what I mean? I just changed. Okay, we're back on me again. Hey, what's up? So yeah, I'm in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, guys. Just driving home from the gym. Sorry, I'm talking about the gym, but from dropping Raleigh off at school. I will hit the gym later today to do legs. So don't give me a hard time about that, because I always say plan ahead, go to the gym before you go home. I'm gonna go home first, but I know I'm gonna go to the gym, so it's not a big deal. Because I want to get home on my computer and start doing some work. Because even though I may have a flexible schedule, but it's best to do most of my work between 9 to 5 if I'm posting stuff and that kind of thing, or sending out emails, because the regular work world works 9 to 5, right? And to be honest with you, when I send out email blasts and stuff like that for my businesses, that it's best to do it during the day, because yeah, people are at work and that's where people check their emails. They might not be on social media as much. They might do that after work, but that's not even true. They do it at work too. But they definitely check their emails, because most of these people, their emails go to work, right? Because most of these people, if they're at a job, a desk job or something, they're sitting in front of a computer screen, right? So where's the best place to get emails? Right there and then. So most people reply to emails and all that kind of stuff during work hours. Because what I want to do is get an email blast today about committing to natural bodybuilding competition, like commit to a show today type thing, and then give a listing of all my shows, and just to maybe entice people to register early. And also I give a 10% discount if you enter any of my shows early. So meaning early to me is within 8 weeks of the show, because after 8 weeks out from the show, the discount disappears. So up until 8 weeks before the show, there's a 10% discount to enter any of the IDFA natural bodybuilding competitions. So I want to remind people of that some of the shows, the early discount is going to expire soon. So register soon. Yeah, it might be 10%, but say your registration is $300. Like if you enter a couple classes, you order photos or whatever, right? Say if it's $300, you get $30 off. $30 is still $30. You can go and buy groceries for $30. You can eat meals for 3 days 2 or 3 days for $30 if you're good at budgeting your costs, right? Like I can make meals, basically about $15. I can make healthy meals for the entire day. That's all planning ahead. Eating within about a 2,000 calorie diet, about 150 to 200 grams of protein in that diet. You know what I mean? And you're eating healthy foods. and you're preparing ahead and you're getting good deals on your stuff, you can do about 15 to 20 bucks, no problem. You just got to plan ahead, guys. Let me switch the camera again. Okay, here I'm sitting in traffic right now. I'm just at a red light. So if you have anything you want to say in the chat, drop it in right now. I'm just taking you guys along for the drive, so I don't have to talk to myself. I can feel like I'm actually talking to somebody. And you guys can chat back with me because I can see some of the stuff when I stop at lights and stuff like that, or I get in traffic and I'm slow right down. I can take a look at my chat and I can get back to you guys. Yeah, so I'm going to make an email blast when I get back about committing to a show early. Not only do you get to register early and get a discount, you also get to basically level up. Because you'd be surprised once you commit to something, like not just say, hey, I might do a show. If you say, I'm doing a show, I'm registered, I'm entered, the odds of you taking it a little bit more serious are 8 times out of 10, right? Like, you're basically going to take it probably twice as serious if you actually registered, because that's full commitment. You actually registered and paid, you're in the show. You can go around on social media saying, I'm doing the show, and it's not like I might be doing the show, it's you're doing the show. You got confirmation, you're registered, you're in the show. That makes a big difference on your commitment level. And on a bonus of that, if you register early enough, you get 10% discount. All my shows, I do that. I give 8 weeks out from the show, up until 8 weeks out from the show, you get a 10% discount if you enter early. Always plan ahead too, like plan for success, guys. Like I always throw one of these protein bars in my bag. Like right now my stomach just started to grumble. And I know the exact calorie count of this, and it's like a low calorie snack. It's like basically 190 calories, this bar here. Low in carb, low in fat, and it's got 20 grams of protein. It's a pure protein bar. You get them at Shoppers, because you guys know I love my optimum points. So by the time I end up buying these and I get the optimum points, I get the discount, blah, 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 I end up getting them for a really good deal. Probably less than $1.50 a bar, no problem. So I'm going to eat one of these guys. I always have a bottle of water and a protein bar in my bag with me, just in case. Nothing worse than being out in the street, being hungry, and being tempted by all kinds of crazy food on the street, right? And also, if you're doing the macro counting and counting your calories and all that kind of stuff, you have an idea what you ate, right? Like I can go home now and track this. Okay, I know exactly what it is. It's actually in my app, so I just gotta like click on whatever chocolate deluxe pure protein bar. And times I know I'm gonna be gone for a while, I'll even bring almonds, like a bag of almonds with me. Like I said, a bottle of water, bring that with you too. So if you're seeing me here, guys, I'm Shaun Campbell 2.0. I'm in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. My main content that I talk about is fitness. I also get into some YouTube drama and gossip just for fun. So I'll talk about the latest stuff in the gossip world. Such stuff as like Wes Watson and stuff like that. Or I'll even talk about combat sports here and there if there's some gossip going on. And then also another main thing I talk about is natural bodybuilding, basically doing bodybuilding competitions or living a bodybuilding lifestyle drug-free, meaning no steroids, no PEDs. So basically a healthy approach to bodybuilding. So I live that lifestyle and run those competitions. Like when you see those guys up there flexing on stage and the girls in the bikinis and all that kind of stuff, I run those shows, but I run them with no use of drugs, right? So everyone that does that is drug-free. Because there is an alternative to competing in bodybuilding. You can do it drug-free, guys, and still get a great physique and be proud of your hard work. I'm going to switch the camera around. So double tap if you're checking this out. Like the video, man. A double tap will be helpful. Here I am. I'm getting close to getting on the highway. Just clean the windows off. I'm probably going to stare at me while I'm eating. This is the light right before jumping on the highway. Because basically after this light, it just starts merging into Highway 400. And that's what I got to take to get out to Vaughan. So once I get past this light, it's pretty smooth sailing. And just if you guys are interested, this is a live feed to what the weather's like in Toronto, Ontario, Canada right now at 10:19 a.m. Eastern time. So it's 10:19 a.m. my time in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. It's a nice day as far as temperature, but since we got a little bit of snowfall earlier, it's really messy out. So you know that messy, wet, gross vibe? This vehicle coming up here, I thought it was a police, but then I realized it's security. You gotta love when security looks exactly like a police vehicle. Because I was thinking, shit, what should I do about my camera? Does it look like I'm using it for GPS, or does it look like I'm filming myself while driving? What are they gonna think? I'm not sure. This is my new thing. I never used to do this, but I saw this YouTuber who's building up her following really well, and most of her YouTube lives are her driving in the car. And then I figured out, you know what? A lot of times when you're driving around the car, you think a lot, right? You're sort of to yourself thinking. So you come up with a lot of good stuff to talk about. And you almost feel like it's a waste of time sometimes when you're stuck in traffic and that. But if I'm on here live, I feel like I'm actually accomplishing something. That something may just be engaging with the audience, building up subscribers, getting my name out there, because the only way you're going to know about my channel is if you see me. The only way to see me, since we're on social media, is if my stuff pops in your feed. And I feel like these YouTube lives get shown to a lot of people. But then it's obviously your choice whether you want to follow it. But then just by seeing this, hopefully just gives you an idea, hey, maybe I'm going to check out his channel, see what kind of videos he has. That kind of thing. That's kind of what the whole objective is here. And then sometimes my YouTube lives, I'll actually have a topic where I'll talk about things. Today I didn't really have much of a topic. I just said, let's chat. But I'm willing to talk about whatever, right? Anything health and fitness related, give you updates what's going on in Toronto, whatever, right? So I feel good that packed that pure protein bar in my bag. So I actually put that in my bag before I left the house, just because I got up way earlier, because I don't usually take Rye to school. So when I took her to school, I had to get up way earlier than normal, because I'm also not close to her school either, right? So it's not that convenient. So we had to, like, I literally got up at 6:15 so I could make her lunch and stuff, get my cardio in, eat my breakfast, but then I end up eating around 7:30, which is way earlier than normal for me, because that's usually, I don't usually get out of, like, wake up and do my elliptical or my cardio until around 8:30. So I've been up a couple hours longer, so I realized to myself, shit, if I go do all this and drop her off and all this, I'm probably going to be hungry. And nothing worse than feeling hungry. So I just packed one of my snack size protein bars, which are about 190 calories, 20 grams of protein, which is a great little snack. And it's easy to calculate into your macros. So I did that. There's a view. I don't know. See how it was kind of a yucky day out there? But this is way nicer than it was earlier. Like earlier, it was bumper to bumper traffic just getting down this highway because it's all slushy and stuff, right? And when it's slushy and stuff on the roads, but now it's already melted. They put the salt down on the roads. You ever drink water down the wrong way? Oof. Then you just start choking. It just happened. So this is what I'm looking at driving home. I'm probably about 10 minutes away from home. So I have to get off on one of these ramps that take you into basically downtown Vaughan, right? Highway 7. I go to Highway 400, Highway 7. That's the area I live, right? Why am I telling you that? I don't know. But that's as far as I'll tell you. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of condo buildings, so it'd be nice if actually, if I had to worry about fans and stuff stalking me, then shit, then you know I'm doing something right. But I'm not. I don't have to worry about that. I could literally tell you by everything, my exact mailing address and everything, exactly where I live, and no one's gonna bother me. So I'm not that status by any means. Just like when you get a stalker or you get a hater, then you know you're doing something right on social media. As far as promotion, as far as getting your name out there. Yeah, we're very close, guys. Very close to getting home here. This is Highway 400 in Toronto. This is basically, follow this highway. It takes you like to Barrie, if you've heard of Barrie, Ontario. But I get off at Highway 7, which is Vaughan, Ontario. But Vaughan's pretty big, so I can go even further down if I wanted to, right? So I'm just going to get over now just to be safe. Let's put it back on me. Okay, we're back on me, guys. But the light's really weird. It's hazy, so you can't, like, I'm not looking that clear in the camera, but you know what I'm saying. Oh, my windshield wiper fluid just ran out. You don't even get that notification on your screen on your car saying windshield wiper fluid is low. I've had that for a long time, but now I'm down to nothing came out. So the windshield wiper fluid is done. But I got some in the back, the trunk, so I can literally take care of that when I get home. And I probably should, because of the crappy weather, like the gross, slushy, dirty weather. I'm going to be wiping my windows off a lot if I'm driving. So I can literally see my condo building from here. So I'm like 5 minutes away from getting to the parking garage, give or take. Can't wait for some nicer weather because it'd be really cool to take you guys on a ride, because I also have a convertible, right? I didn't even drive it last year, to be honest with you, but I'm going to take it out this year for sure. So as soon as the weather gets nice, I'm going to get that sucker out on the road. And that'll be fun, especially for like videos like this. Like I can do a live feed while in a convertible. That we get some cool angles, right? Take you on some cool little road trips with me. I'll call it YouTube Live, Go for a Ride with Shaun or something. Let's go for a ride, and I'll do these a series of Let's Go for a Ride. See how that goes. And then maybe I'll take people as a guest for a ride. I'll do like little live interviews. That's actually fun sounding. That means I'm going to have some people to take for a drive, but shit. Because if I'm with someone live and I'm driving, they could literally hold the phone and then tape both of us talking. That would actually be fun. Maybe I'll do it. The easy trial run would be just do it with my buddy. Get him to have a seat and hold the camera and talk, and he can like, because that way the person that's holding the camera can ask questions and stuff and read the chat while we're driving. That'd be cool. That'd be real cool, actually. Let's get that rolling this year, because the nice weather is going to be here very shortly. I can get the, what are we in? We're almost in March, right? March is on Saturday, March 1st. So basically, like April, May for sure is typically, there's always some nice days we can get a convertible out. I might just get my car back on the insurance for April or sooner. We'll see. We'll see what the rate is they're going to charge me to have my car on the insurance, because my insurance renewal comes up very shortly. So I'll see how much extra will it be to, because basically I didn't put my cars, I wasn't driving the convertible much. So I said, you know what, I'm going to save money on insurance. But this year I'm going to tack on the extra insurance to get the convertible on the road for the summer. Because what's the point of having a convertible and you don't drive it? Doesn't make any sense, right, guys? Because that's like for us guys, it's like the toy. The problem is, you don't, when you have kids, taking a convertible out is not convenient because the kids can't go in it. They're not big enough. They're not old enough to sit in the front, right? So it ends up me not driving it ever. But I think if I use it just for every time I just go out and go do things by myself, I'll take the convertible and maybe even make it part of my YouTube series. Let's get that sucker back on the road. What do you guys think? Give me a thumbs up if I should get the convertible back on the road and do YouTube lives in the convertible. Maybe do like some interviews or talk, or take friends of mine out for a ride and we can like talk back and forth while you guys are watching type thing, right? I think that'd be fun. I'm gonna